It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Cardinals of St. Louis taking on the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
What? Come on.
Play fake. Murray. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. This defense for the Browns, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running right on the option is Murray. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You look at this Browns defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily moved into the top 5. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Elijah Higgins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Bust through the tackle. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. From the gun, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went.
Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now Prater to add the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually, man, that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Connor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And a St. Louis first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Cardinals 14, Browns 7.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Easy.
Murray now running right on the option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. 14 there, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, Goodson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Here's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Murray going to look to run on the draw. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Browns at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Cardinals. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 31 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It's 3rd and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And taken right at the 35. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He shakes him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. B.J. Ojulari in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Browns 14.
welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times for passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Murray now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running right on the option is Murray. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Murray to air it out again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. From 28 yards out. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
From the gun on third, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Goodson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right, in this stage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Elijah Higgins with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cards are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Cardinals 31, Browns 14. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
3rd and 2, Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down now, Goodson, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Murray going to throw. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This will be caught by Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the play. But it's third down.
Here now, third and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Murray now running left off the option. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cards, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland.